Welcome to the AI Preview Show with me, Davey B and Doncaster. We're going to be previewing this evening's meeting at Doncaster, which is live on RPG TV and SIS. Doncaster, what do you think of tonight's card?
It could be better again for a Racing Post TV meeting. You'd hope it was better quality, but there's some decent races in there, so it's more one for the purists than your average greyhound racing fan.
Definitely. Let's start off with the current in-form and out-of-form trainers. When I can get that loaded up. There we go. So this is based on the last 14 days. Geraldine Kovac, 6 runners, 3 winners. Janice Simpson, 32 runners, 8 winners. Darren Golightly, 8 runners, 2 winners. Current out-of-form trainers, Eddie Link, 3 runners, no winners. Graham Conway, 9 runners, no winners. And Richard Thompson, 29 runners, 3 winners. Let's get into the action. I'll just share the current card. So race 1 is an A3 over 483 metres. Sligo Jams in 1, Headley's Barbie in 2, Sligo Evie in 3, Bellagio Blaze in 4, the Sander Perry in 5, and in 6, Sansa Snow. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
Sansa Snow here really should be a really good thing. She's been sprinting sort of the last, good few months anyway. It's been running in the top heats of the sprints, and it's always been a dog that stayed the 483 metres okay. I've got it around about a 30-35 sort of time that I think it can do. There's nothing there to take it off the skin. The 1 and 2 are going to hit at the start. The 3 and 4 raced against each other last week, and they both did each other. And the 6 is going to lead the 5 to the corner and do 30-35. So I'm struggling for ways to get it beat. The only thing I will say, Snow's tail a couple of runs back on the third bend, so the first bend on the sprint, looked a little bit iffy to me. But look, if Snow's anything like right, it's a winner. The 5-2 with Paddy's and the 9-4 with 365 are quite generous. I put it in 5-4 with Betfred. So yeah, I'd be taking the 5-2 with Paddy's and the 9-4.
So Doncaster's selection for race 1 is trap 6, Sansa Snow. Race 2 is a B5 over 450 metres. Mulcairn Dawn in 1, Rosanda Serena in 2, Millcroft Chief in 3, Incredible Vi in 4, Bit of a Thing in 5, and in 6, Reggie's Rocket. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
Being honest, I hate the race. I couldn't really find an angle other than Rosanda Serena would probably lead the inside. I think I could probably just about play it 4-1. It's not a race I like. I think Incredible Vi's sort of better housed in the 4-boxed. The 6 run lifeless last week. The 5 might lead wide. But yeah, it's not a race I particularly like. I see there's been money for the 1 that I really don't understand. But yeah, I think Rosanda Serena just coming out of season to sort of the right stage now must be like 11, 12 weeks. So yeah, I'd be with Serena, but it's not a betting race for me.
So race 2, it's not a race that Doncaster likes, but if he did have to pick a selection, it would be trap 2, Rosanda Serena. Race 3 is a B7 over 450 metres. Curry Hills Tower in 1, Ballymacdarrell in 2, Financial Aid in 3, Bellagio Bond in 4, Fancy a Flutter in 5, and in 6, Jaguar Blackie. Doncaster, what do you fancy?
Look, at the 8-1 with Paddy Power and Betfair that nobody can get, but 8-1 Fancy a Flutter is far too big. I had it about 3-1. It's an horrible race. The 3's going to miss the break and go for the rails. The 2's probably going to lead on the inside. So Darrell, but it kicks again after the last turn. It hadn't been running well. It run a little bit better last time out. I can't have the 6, 4, or 1 at all. So yeah, I'll be taking the 8s about Fancy a Flutter, but it's not a race I like, but 8-1 Fancy a Flutter's too big.
So race 3, once again, is not a race that Dog Guesser likes, but if you did have to pick a selection, it would be Trap 5, Fancy a Flutter. Race 4 is a B4 over 450 metres. Ballyhall Gale in 1, Some Gear Boy in 2, Mollycoddler in 3, Penny's Vega in 4, Coon of Speed in 5, and in 6, One for Coco. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
Again, it's not a race I like. The 6 is really well drawn. The 5, I think, wants the middle, personally. The 1's going to wedge. I think the 1 might get round the inside, though, just on the virtue of the pitch. 100 to 30 with Skybet, I think, is a little bit too big. The 6 is the best drawn dog of the race. I can't find an angle, to be honest, for anything other than the 6. It's not a race I'm going to bet, but yeah, 1 for Coco will be the selection, I think.
So Dog Guesser's selection for race 4 is Trap 6, One for Coco. Race 5 is a B6 over 450 metres. Red Brick Maddie in 1, Fleetwood Kian in 2, Jumeirah Hunter in 3, Max's Bullet in 4, Liz Duff Jet in 5, and in 6, Final Slate. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
Well, I'm getting bored of saying this, but again, it's not a race I like. Look, the 2 would have been the fastest dog in the race, but I think he's feeling something. The last night, he's just shown nothing, and he actually came away better than he normally does. The 1's going to lead the inside. The 3's going to push off ever so slightly. The 4's going to push off slightly, and the 5's going to cut in. The 4 would be my choice in the race, but it's got a bad draw, so it's not really a dog that I want to be playing. The 6 is well drawn, but it's not running well at all. Look, I've got no real opinion on this. If I had to pick something, I'd pick the 4, but it's, not for me.
So race 5 is once again a race that Dog Guesser doesn't like, but if you did have to pick something, it would be Trap 4, Max's Bullet. Race 6 is a B6 over 450 metres. Bellagio Breeze in 1, Our Colette in 2, Bright Storm in 3, Breakaday Ebony in 4, Granite and Grass in 5, and in 6, Ballymac Maggie. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
Yeah, it's another race that I couldn't really find an angle for. Maybe the 2 staying on. The 1's going to lead the insides. The 6 is going to cut the bend and do for the 5 and the 4. So I don't know how they get a run. I can just see Breeze getting around the inside and going close. There's no juice in the prices. I've got the prices exactly what the market are, to be honest. There's nothing there that I could really find a bet with. So yeah, if I had to put something up, I'd be putting Bellagio Breeze up. But again, it's not a race that I'm going to be betting in.
So Dog Guesser's selection for race 6 is Trap 1, Bellagio Breeze. Race 7, and it's the main event. In 1, wearing the red jacket, Hillcroft Baby. In 2, wearing the blue, Nettie's Turbo. In 3, fans' favourite, Moss Turbo. Wearing the black in 4, Clough Inn. Orange in 5, Mountcashel Babs. And wearing the stripes in 6, Hilltop Boozer. Dog Guesser, what do you fancy?
Look, I'm going to be with Moss Turbo again. He's completely different speed. He won last week at a big old price. The 5's a bit of a dodge as well, to be honest. It's just one of them races that the 2's going to lead. The 1 will probably pass it down the back. The 3's going to be bang there on the inside. I don't know enough about the 4. The 5's going to lead out wide, and the 5's going to mess as well. So, I mean, Moss Turbo's guaranteed to be in a position. I'd be taking 3 and 5 to place. I'd probably play 3, 5, and 1 forecast and dry casts. I'll probably bet Turbo a place for a considerable sum if he's anything sort of 5 to 4 plus for a place, and I might have a little bit on him to win as well. He's a staying for legend. He can't not go close. He's different speed. It's just whether he whether he gets there at the right time or not. That's the only question for Moss Turbo. But yeah, Moss Turbo for me.
Well, I've got his last 2 runs to add to replays, which I shall just add to the program.
Yeah, I'll give everyone a sort of feel for what he's like.
Won't be a moment.
You'll be able to see that he's really not cracking on with it. But
so this is Moss Turbo's run from the 15th of March. Here we go.
Yeah, as you can see there, he's the white dog. He's just, like I say, different speed. He just doesn't want to know when he gets to the front. He's a very, very fast dog when he gets everything right. But he'd be better off in a higher class and just, sort of running against faster dogs and letting them tow him round. But yeah, I don't quite know how he's going to get himself chinned.
Well, I've also got his run from the 22nd, where he won last week. And here we go. Running it out of trap 3.
Yep, as you can see again, he gets pretty much to the front at the start. And then just continues to mess around the entire way around. He actually went a little bit clear there, which is about 3/4 of a length, and then just decided, nope, I want to have a mess around up front. And here he kicks again. And then actually when the blue pulls away from him, this is what he does. He'll start chasing again then. And then he starts chasing, and he got up to land the 8 to 1 and the 2 to 1 for the place. So that's the type of dog he is. He's just completely different speed. And he just messes about. But he's going to be in the frame. He can't not be in the first couple.
So Doggesser's selection for race 7 is trap 3, Moss Turbo. Race 8 is a D4 over 275 meters. Eden Simba in 1, Granada Flame in 2, Time Limit in 3, Eden Bolt in 4, Balmerino Tulip in 5, and in 6, Ladybug. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I am with the blue here, Granada Flame. Look, the 4's going to move in a little bit. The 3's going to move out a bit. The 2 just looks different speed. It run last week against the 1. It buried the 1. It buried the 4. And it got crowded at the corner, and it run against the 3 as well. It really paced up and showed different gears to these. Now, the problem with these pups are they're not trapping, but I don't think this has to. As long as it don't do anything stupid at the start here, it's going to win. It's going to do sort of 17.60. It just needs a gap through on the corner, and it'll be a winner. So yeah, this is pretty much my nap, to be honest, Granada Flame. I don't think the 5 and 6 are up to it, and the 1, 2, 3, and 4 all raced against each other last time, and the 2 was by far the best of the lot of them.
So Doggesser's selection for race 8 is trap 2, Granada Flame, and that's his nap. Race 9 is another D4 over 275 meters. Lutton's Victoria in 1, Granada Blaze in 2, Penny's Dryok in 3, Lutton's Dawn in 4, Granada Smoke in 5, and in 6, Mudross Abbey. Doggesser, what do you fancy?
I'm with Granada Smoke. Look, I think the 9 to 4 with Skybet is too big. I have it more 5 to 4 shot. I don't think the 2 run very well last week. The 1 isn't up to this sort of class, I don't think. The 2, like I say, didn't look like it run right well last week, so I wouldn't want to be with that. The 3 and the 4, they've got a little bit of pace, but not enough. I mean, the 5's not been coming away and just running into dogs. If the 5 don't get touched, it's going to win, considerably well. But it's more of a dog that looks like a 450 type. When it raced against Luton's Dawn, it's giving it 2-3 lengths to the corner and then catching it. It's never got around the bend yet, but for me, it's the fastest dog in the race. Now, you're backing 9-4 on it not getting touched. So I'd be willing to take a chance on that. So yeah, Granada Smoke to me.
So Doncaster's selection for race 9 is trap 5, Granada Smoke. Race 10 is a B6 over 450 metres. Moss Bonnet in 1, Brennan's Clare in 2, Dream on Bob in 3, Jumeirah Cross in 4, Pat's Buddy in 5, and in 6, Game Control. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
This was a race I wasn't really keen on. I think the 5 will actually get round here. I think it'll lead the outsides. I think it's probably a better box as well in the 4. But again, it's not a race. The one's going to lead the inside. Now it's a question of if the 4 can come from behind it. I think it can personally, but I think the 4 might even get on the skin from the box. But it's guaranteed to lead the outside and turn, at worst case, second behind the 1. And yeah, that's what I'd be with for Jumeirah Cross. It's not a race I particularly like too strongly, but there's some 7-2 and 3-1 about Jumeirah Cross, and I think that'd be enough to get me involved.
So Doncaster's selection in race 10 is trap 4, Jumeirah Cross. Race 11 is a D4 over 275 metres. Luton's Megan in 1, Bolt Up Bella in 2, Blue Lark in 3, Bang Along Nutter in 4, Luton's Ross in 5, and in 6, Bitview Mia. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
Jesus. Bang Along Nutter probably. Well, the 3 beat the 4 last week. The 4 doesn't run fluent bends at all, but it's the best it's ever gone round the bend. It's different speed to these to the corner. It's just about what follows it in behind. I don't think he's particularly getting on with his work. The 5 will do for the 6. The 6 is more of a staying type of dog anyway. It's an awful race. Maybe the 2 could get involved as well. It's probably got a little bit of pace, but yeah, you'd have to go with Bang Along Nutter. It's going to be clear at the bend. It's going to be in the frame, but I'm not betting 2-1 about this dog. Like it's a bad one.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 11 is trap 4, Bang Along Nutter. Race 12 is a D3 over 275 metres. Ballymac Rita in 1, Granada Spark in 2, Luton's Archie in 3, Eden Raven in 4, Moss Code in 5, and in 6, Luton's Layla. Dog guesser, what do you fancy?
I'm going to be with Granada Spark. The 3's going to swing off from the 3. It's very slow away as well. The 4's going to edge him ever so slightly. The 5 doesn't run a bend if it's got dogs near it. The 6 is in season. The 1, for me, the last 2 races has been abysmal. It's not shown anything at all. It's not showing any early pace. He stayed on a little bit in the last race and showed a bit of pace after the corner, but it's not going to the bend. Now, the 2's beat some bad dogs last time, but it posted a quickish time. I actually think there's more to come from the 2 if it can get itself boxing, but even still, I think it's going to have too much early pace for these on the inside. And if it can reproduce the 1740 run, that'd be plenty. So yeah, I'm going to next best Granada Spark. Jesus.
So Dog Guesser's selection in race 12 is trap 2, Granada Spark, and that's his next best. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you click that subscribe button.